The Helix Stadium is the hottest amp model on the market right now. But hold on, all the cool kids are playing the Quad Cortex. But wait, many consider Fractal to have the absolute best amp models on the market. But whether you're a Neural, Fractal, or Line 6 fanboy, how do you think you would fare in a blind shootout against this? Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed Lonely Rocker. Thank you so much for joining me today for the second biannual
Spot the Pod.
Well, actually, I just fire this thing up every couple of years just to see if it's still working. But I did a video a couple of years ago where I did a blind shootout with this against some more budget-friendly modelers, and that seemed to spin many of your heads around. So I thought, why don't I take this to the next level and shoot this out against some of the most high-end modelers on the market right now. Now, some of you are probably rolling your eyes out there figuring that this is going to be super easy because it will probably sound something like this. Well, it's going to be a lot harder than you think. I'm taking this 26-year-old Line 6 Pod 2.0 and shooting it out against three of the best modern day amp modelers. But before I get to that shootout, as always, I want to welcome my good friend in the cheap seats.
I'm here in body only.
Well, I'll take what I can get. All right, so just ahead of showing you the setup, let's dive right in to a quick blind shootout. You're going to hear all four of these modelers, and then I'm going to let you know exactly what you're hearing.
Whose pod shall be true to us when we are so unsecret to ourselves?
So this is going to be quite a bit harder than you thought, don't you think?
I think you manipulated this to make it impossible.
No, that's not true. So let me share the rules of engagement so you know exactly what you're listening to. So I'm using a Soldano 100 amp model from all of these different modelers here, including this kidney bean Pod 2 here. Now, the rule is that there is no post-processing, no post-EQ. I'm not trying to do an EQ match or something just to throw off the scent. I'm using the amp models and I'm only using the functions that are given to me with each amp model. I tried to get them as close as possible, just by ear and on the modelers themselves, nothing done in post-processing. Now, to level the playing field, all of the amp models were recorded without a cab IR, and I'm using a consistent cab IR for all four, and that's the Miko 2 from ML Sound Labs. It's an angle cabinet using V30s and an E906 and 421 microphone, which is actually quite similar to what I'm using here in the physical world. Now, that was obviously in the mix. We're going to peel the onion, revealing those amp models till we get to the bare recordings at the end to see if you can spot the pod.
All right, so now that you know what you're listening to,
let's listen to that first round again.
Come on, that's way too close. They're all the same device.
No, that's not true. There's no funny business going on. Now, I am double tracking because that's typically something that I do when I'm building up my tones.
Suspicion often haunts the guilty guitarist.
But it begs the question that if something sounded really bad, double tracking it, wouldn't it just make it worse? Well,
perhaps we're masking?
I don't know. So we're going to peel this onion. So let's go into the next round where we're going to strip out the band. It's still double tracked, but you're going to hear each one of them on their own now. And again, no post-processing, no funny business going on. Can you spot the pod?
Dude, there's no way.
Yes, there is a way, but perhaps you need another listen. So why don't we hear them again in reverse order? So you tone experts out there, I mean, by now you should be able to spot the pod. I mean, you are experts, right?
Take each man's tone, but reverse thy signal chain.
Honestly, I made this video and I thought by now it would be a lot easier. Now, perhaps double tracking is causing some kind of
Masking.
taking 26-year-old tech and making it sound like something far more modern and expensive. I don't know.
Dude, they all sound the same. Are you just trying to fool us or waste our time?
Honestly, I am not doing anything at all, but okay, benefit of the doubt. Let's strip it right down. Let's go bare bones, single tracked. I don't even have reverb on here. Are you ready? This is your last chance to spot the pod. Just when you thought you knew everything.
Have more tone than you show, rock less than you know.
All right, one last chance. Bare bones, I'm just going to flip it in reverse. It's your last chance to see if you can figure out which one is the pod.
I'm lost, and I'm out.
You're always lost. Anyways, it's time to stop playing games. This is the reveal round. Do you think you figured it out? Now, I want honesty here. Please let me know in the comments. Now that I'm about to reveal which one was which, were you able to spot the pod? Yes, the old Line 6 pod was C. Now, I was very careful where I placed it in that lineup. I actually purposely put it beside the Helix Stadium XL. I don't know if there's any similarities there, but I mean, it is the same company, but 26 years difference. Now, it begs the question, where are the technological advancements? Is it in the amp model itself? Is it in the speaker cap technology? Now, I'm going to say right here, without being silly, there's no way an old pod like this is going to compare to one of these devices. I mean, these are really, intuitive devices with lots of functionality and signal routing and lots to offer. This is a 26-year-old tech with sort of bare bones features and things like that. But was Line 6 ahead of their time 26 years ago, or have the advancements really come around the amp model? Because if you actually listen to an amp or an amp model without a speaker cabinet, it's not pretty. But obviously, it's the translation of that in combination with the speaker and your pedals and all the other things that you do. So I don't know. I was shocked.
I see what you're saying.
I was surprised how close it actually was, but want to hear your scores. Want to see them in the comments. Please let me know how you fared in this edition of Spot the Pod. I don't know where we go from here, but I think I proved the point. Did I? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly had a lot of fun. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And while you're down there, well, we have been talking about these modelers. I've got lots of content on the Helix Stadium XL. There's one of them on screen right now if you want to check it out. And remember, you don't need a band to rock and roll, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I needed braces, but my parents couldn't afford them.